We've had a few minutes to sort of decompress and digest it. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so in my own head, it wasn't my best performance. But the coaches are happy, and everyone back home seems happy. So a win's a win, and obviously I got to show what the Welsh wrestling's all about against a very good wrestler from over here in the States.
You said you're a perfectionist. I know you haven't been able to probably watch the fight, but what do you think you could have done better then?
Just some of the scramble exchange, I could have been a little bit more busy, a little bit more cleaner on the feet. But again, I'll need to probably go and watch it back properly to see what could have gone better, or maybe what did go better. But in my head, for whatever reason, I didn't think it did. So there's always areas of a fight where you can improve on. So I'll need to watch it to get a better idea. But as long as the coaches are happy, I can't complain.
I have to say, the reaction online to it being a split was pretty surprised, I suppose would be the nice way of putting it. When you were in there and you realised it was a split decision, what were you thinking?
Yeah, I was a bit confused with it, to be honest. I felt like I clearly won the first and third. The second was close, but I felt like I pinched the second as well. When I heard the one judge give it 30-27, I knew obviously that was to me. And then I had a little bit more confidence then when the final judge scored it 30-27 as well. But yeah, I was surprised at it being a split. But those Vegas judges, they're always a little bit on the dodgy side.
Is there a moment where you hear his name that you go, oh no? Is there like just a split second of panic?
Yeah, there always is when it goes to the judges, because sometimes how you envision a fight in your mind when you're actually in there isn't how the judges and how everyone else sees it. But yeah, it was that little moment of, hang about, what's going on by you? But again, when I heard the 30-27 on the third judge, I thought that's got to beat me. I thought there's no way he won 3 rounds. So
you mentioned the Welsh wrestling. Is that something you kind of want to prove to the Americans, that actually Welsh and Brits by relation have wrestling ability? Yeah,
definitely. There was a stigma for a long time that the British were decent fighters, but we could never wrestle. Or never wrestle with the Americans, and that's slowly going away. My wrestling coach, Carl Parker, one of the best coaches in the world for MMA wrestling. We don't train freestyle and Greco over in Wales. We wrestle for MMA, and I think ultimately that was the deciding factor there tonight. As good as Hunter's wrestling is pure wrestling, I obviously had the edge in the MMA wrestling, as we like to call it. And look at guys like Leon Edwards, Arnold Allen, all those guys, can wrestle with the best in the divisions in their weights as well. So you don't need to sort of leave the UK to train anymore to be a good level wrestler.
So what's next for you? When would you like to get back in there?
I had a slow year last year, so I want to be busy. I'd love to fight in July. My legs are a little bit sore and my elbows, but other than that, I'm not carrying no major knocks. Go have a week or two now chilling out with the family and the friends, and then back to it. I know there's cards on like the 10th, the 17th and the 24th in July, so one of them would be ideal, and hopefully there'll be fans here as well, so that'd be a nice one to get back to fighting in a full arena too. Any
preference to get on the Conor McGregor card?
Everyone wants to fight on a Conor McGregor card, don't they? That would be insane, I wouldn't even care if I was the first fight of the night on that card to be on the card with the likes of him and Poirier, and I have no doubt they'll stack out the main card with some big names as well. But wherever there's going to be fans, I'll be happy to come back and fight. I mean, I'm not picky on what card, but if you can share a card with someone like McGregor and Dustin Poirier, then I'll be one to tell the grandkids about when they're in years to come.
Well, let's get you on there. Call someone out. Give us a name. Get you on there.
Anyone that's going to push me up the ladder. There's so many killers in the division, so many sharks, a lot of guys in the same position that I'm in, pushing for those top guys. Just get me anyone that's going to slot me in nice and warm the crowds up for the big boys on that card.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
If you could, just a couple quick ones. If you could break down the game plan, what was it coming in for him? What were you preparing to do, and what sort of deviated or what stuck to the game plan coming in there tonight?
Well, the game plan, Hunter is usually very aggressive on the feet. He comes forward, throwing big shots. I think probably the fact that I have a good double leg factored into why he wasn't so aggressive on the feet, and he just seemed a little bit more reserved on the feet, and sort of he wasn't so wild, I didn't find, to what I've watched him in his previous fights. And when we got in the clinch, he sort of tried to lean on me and tie me that way. So the game plan was to obviously keep it on the feet and just defensive wrestle and make him strike with me. But ultimately, I don't think his wrestling had as much success as he wanted to, and I could feel that I did have a bit of an advantage in the clinch. So we ended up deviating a little bit and using my offensive wrestling a lot more than I thought we would coming in. But yeah, that was the only thing. I thought it was going to be a sort of a sprawl and brawl type of match, and it turned out, me when I got in those positions, putting the grind on him a little bit.
And then lastly, you mentioned that the people back home were happy. Who gets the first call after a victory, and what did they think of your performance tonight?
My mother and my girlfriend get the first call. Keep the two bosses of the family happy, and everyone else will have to fall in after. I haven't even had a chance to ring them yet, so I better get on the phone straight away now once we come from here. But I'm sure my girlfriend have texted me. She's proud and a bag of nerves, and my father, my head coach, have spoke to my mother, and she's all right. She wouldn't have watched the fight though. She don't ever watch it live. But I'll get on the phone to them now as soon as we leave here.
Okay, I was going to ask who is the bigger critic between the two. Who usually gives you the bigger list of notes after a fight?
None of them really. Like I said, my mother will not watch the fight, and my girlfriend sort of watches it behind her hand like that. So none of them have probably watched it tidy. They're just happy to see me safe and healthy.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.